Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel. We're back with more 50K challenge. That means we're playing $50,000 worth of $10 spinning goes in 2025, and we're going to document all of our progress as we go. How you guys doing? Welcome back. So we are well into the challenge now. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I appreciate that. And we're getting through it. It's happening. This challenge is it's going in the direction we expect it to go right now. So we've played 1,007 tournaments. Let's take a look at results over here. That means we have played $10,070 worth of spinning goes so far. We are minus 2% ROI. We are down $200. That's before bonuses and rake back, which means actually I think we're slightly in profit again. We have a chip PV of 7.8 chips per game, which is still not good enough to show long-term profit. So we are in a bit of a slump, guys. After yesterday's session, I sat and I did some soul searching. I did some study. In these situations, it's very easy to just tell yourself, I'm running bad, blah, blah, blah. There's still a lot that we can work on. There's still a lot we can do better. And with the edges this small, it's important that we don't just give up on that just because we're running into a little bit of negative variance, right? Now, having said that, yesterday's session, we actually ran above EV in chips. But it's not so much that's those situations that are going to hinder our chip EV. It's the situations where we are cold decked in big pots, which indicates, a massive mistake, and or the spots where we're continuously running into big hands. This is all part of the dance, though. You know what I mean, guys? This is all part of the dance. So we are going to work on that, and we're going to do our best to play out of this downswing. Bear with me, because this is going to drive me insane. Sorry guys, I've just misplaced something and it's really tilting me that I don't have it here. And I can't believe I misplaced it again for the 100th time. What is wrong with me, honestly? Anyway, okay, cool, let it go. It's not here. So yeah, this is where we're at, guys. This is what we're working on. This is what this looks like in stats. This is what it looks like in a graph. You guys can see that we're putting up a relatively brave fight here. We're not like absolutely dumping EV. We're just not winning enough to show any real long-term profitability. You can see yesterday we actually managed to run above EV, which was nice in the all-in department. So hopefully our EV graph follows our chips graph here, and we build this up a little bit more. But that's what we're here to do. Let's play some poker. In actual fact, one moment, guys. This is the wrong one. This looks like the same screen. It's not. One second. Table 1, desktop off. There we go. All right, cool. So let's open up the tables and let's get this started here. I'm gonna actually close hand to note. So yesterday, you guys, I was tabling and I mentioned about that bug in hand to note where even when you have the HUD disabled, it still flashes up in between hands. I did a test yesterday to see if I could disable the HUD completely so that there's absolutely no confusion. It's not that using a HUD is against the rules or anything that was on that page was untoward. Otherwise, I, of course, would not be putting it on screen to show you my perspective. It's just that I don't want people to confuse it as something that's dodgy when it's absolutely not. And I also sincerely don't play with a HUD. It's a good tool. I have used HUDs in the past. for learning purposes, but for the most part, it's something that I use after the fact. I study with it as opposed to using it in play because I find it tends to mess with me. Anyway, during yesterday's stream, you guys saw it from my perspective. That was just desktop view without any additional filtering on. And I did some testing, so now when we go back to forward tabling, if we do decide to forward table today, then we can have the HUD disabled 100% rather than having it flash and then cause those annoying pop-ups and stuff. So let's open our first game. I don't know what I did with my headphones the other day, and it's really, really annoying me because they actually were working really well for this stream. Take a look in here. Sorry guys, it's gonna tilt me, so I'm just gonna look. Pocket 5 is gonna be all in here. Hello, everybody in Twitch, by the way. Running into 9s right off the bat. Great stuff. Wonderful. On the upside, I think I've actually learned how to make green tea properly. That's absolutely fucking delicious. How you guys doing anyway? Welcome back. And thank you for the new follows. So, Marwin. Dog Flavored Donkey is a great name, by the way. Thank you for the follow. I got Cubert yesterday. JKKPKR, thank you for the follow 11 minutes ago. And Mike, thank you for the follow 6 minutes ago. I appreciate you guys. How is everybody feeling today? Nice shirt. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mr. John. Right, we will play some more tables in a sec, guys. Let me just get set up here. I had loads of chores to do this morning, so I'm not my usual prepared self. I did fix the count as well, Tom. Well spotted. That's right. So there's an option in the back to not simplify numbers, which makes me much happier. The intro music always makes me want to hop on a skateboard and break my neck into a half pipe. It's great. That's what I was going for. Tony Tyson, what's up? How you doing? I'm on a break from poker 3 months, back primo in September. Tony, let me know how you get on when you return, buddy. I am always sincerely interested to hear about different poker journeys. Hello, Joni. You were here early. Hello, Tom. Hello, Raksha. Getting ready for the gym in a short bit, but good luck. Thank you very much, Aaron Paul. Appreciate the support, mate. Lighter Maximo, good to see you. I took the session, and yesterday I was, but I'm slowly recovering into it. Okay, no spoilers. Okay, good. No spoilers. All right, let me open up YouTube chat as well. If anybody joined me on YouTube, hello. YouTube is one that actually is watched a decent amount, but not as many comments. Although there are a couple dedicated YouTube followers that I appreciate very much as well. All right. Oh, sorry guys, that's muted now. Good. All right. Well disguised hand. We're gonna bet this as a bluff a ton, so let's just fire on the flop. I think this is gonna be most definitely a 2-barrel situation. Nice. And that should be all set up now as well. Let's pop this one out too. I wanna, at some point I'm gonna automate all my pop outs that I use during stream from Dream Deck actually lets you do a lot of auto opens. It's just that these ones are a specific kind of auto opens. We got action with kings. Yeah. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Interesting that he chooses to just ship the spades there. I wonder if that is actually balanced or not. Santi Capo, classic grinder. It's my pleasure, Tony. Honestly, I think one of my favorite things actually is hearing people's poker stories. It doesn't matter from what perspective, if you're new, if you're returning to the game, if, you know, if you're just taking it up, whatever, or if you're, you know, you play it back in the day, you're trying to get back into it. I like hearing poker stories, you know, from all the perspectives. Hello, John Edwards. How you doing? All right, so I did do some study yesterday, guys. And to this day, it is actually hilarious to me how little to this day, it is hilarious to me how little I it's not how little, what's the word? I think it's really funny how there are still segments, there are still sections of my own chart pack that I'm getting wrong, and there's not really any good excuse for it, is there? And it's really annoying. And it's really annoying how my phone isn't automatically sending this anymore. MTX, what's up? Good to see you. Oh man, 2 live cards is fine. Upswing, let's go. 40 bucks, next game. Okay, I think we're all set up, guys. Just, where did I put these fucking headphones? I intentionally didn't even bring them out because I knew that I was going to use them here from now on. I'm willing to bet money that Ruthie has put them somewhere trying to be helpful. Hidden them in the process. Okay, let's take a flop here. This is a probable fold on the flop. I don't know. Yeah. Let's do some hero calls today. Okay, MTX. We always like a hero call. You don't need to special request those. Are we already halfway through it? We're already halfway to another unlock, huh? Oh, we're already halfway through another chest? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to get to gold soon. That would definitely help out the challenge. All right, Sani, let's see what we can do heads up here for you, bud. Pretty straightforward bet flop. I'd say fairly straightforward bet turn. We're going to commit the rest on the river as well if we need to. Personally, I actually think I like a smaller size on that turn, but I think GTO likes to go pretty chunky. Flush draw, huh? Flush draw, huh? And on the turn river, do we ever check? I think checking is probably quite good, to be honest. I think we can probably convince him to put more chips in here. Yeah, I think they're going to have quite a few missed club draws there, so I think the check is good. He turns up here with Jack 8 of diamonds, which actually might still choose to value bet. Tony says, can I give you some good advice? Make sure that the use of the mouse when playing poker is correct. After 30 years of playing online poker, I need a new shoulder, a so-called shoulder prosthesis. So make sure, yeah, I am with you on that, Tony. This particular setup isn't actually very good. It's actually frustratingly bad. We're gonna bluff this river though, guys. Wish me luck. Wow, okay. He has the hand we're repping. Tony, this setup is actually very poor for that, but the idea is to have one that is much more updated. And I have in the past actually gotten, you know, pain and stuff like that for those issues too. That's a really annoying one, guys. It should be a good spot to bluff. Ace 9 of spades. It's a nice river. Next time, let's just make the diamond flush instead, so we're not forced to fold. That would be better, I think. Here we go. All right, next game, please. So this guy limps the button. This guy limps the button. We're not folding. If he's got a trap, we'll make a note for next time. Okay, we're gonna sneak in 100% limps here, guys, against this player. Immediately punished for it. I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance Ruthie might know where my headphones are. rough spot, rough spot, rough spot. Blinds are up, so now we get very pushy. 6 big blinds effective. I'm the beacon of all knowledge, and I haven't moved them. I just know where he left them. Is that right? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Because it sounds like you know where they are, and it sounds like they're in a pile of clothes next to my bed that I didn't put there, which is perfect, by the way. All right, we're back in the game here. Now, based on the way he's played thus far, I'm going to default into the push here with the King 6. I don't mind trying to play a more passive game as an exploit, but as soon as they start playing back, then obviously it puts you in much more tougher spots, which is what we're trying to avoid by playing a more aggressive style. There's no point in learning how to play, let's say less exploitatively. I don't want to say unexploitably because I'm sure I still have exploits, but there we are. Once we hit the 8, I'm going to struggle to fold. The snap check on the flop as well, unless this is ace 10 or something like that. A lot of the hands that contain a 10 or a jack just bet flop. So let's see how this goes on the river. I'm still kind of obliged to call, I think. There's still going to be a decent amount of just misdraws here too. This could be a really good value bet with a 10, but yeah, that's fair. Check on the flop, very deceptive with the aces, very good. Oh, okay. 2 life cards works out. I found that they were around my neck. Now that I can own up to. That's definitely something I might actually do. Can we play the hot or colder game on stream? If I had a wireless camera, that would be fun. Nick has never lost anything in his life except for everything. True. This is actually accurate. All right, is it our turn to have the best hand? I think it might be our turn to have the best hand. There we go. That actually makes me feel a lot better about the call with the 8s there because it means he's just clicking buttons. Because that is a super weird hand. Super, super, super weird. These leads. We'll make a proper note in just a minute. The call with the deuce 6 here is fine though. Too short to fold. 7's full is good. Yeah, let's go back and look at this one hand really quick. This is a limped pot. We're shallow. Donk lead, donk lead, donk lead. I don't think this is a combo we want to do this with. Anyway, that was a nice one to pull back. Be right back, guys. 1 second. Hey, look, my headphones. This is so weird. This is so weird. Trip Donkey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Never in all my years. Okay. Am I connected to the wrong device here? Yeah, not those ones. Disconnects. All right, one sec, guys. Let me try that again. We are not folding. Here we go. Right, why is this not working now? Ooh! Daily quads, we take it. There we go. You love the chaos, Nick. It keeps you on your toes. To be fair, I can't find my headphones either, but I have 2 kids who think they're guilty of stealing them on games for laptop. That's fair. That's fair for sure. We've literally just been studying this one. I always find it eerie when I misplace my headphones. I don't think it's weird at all, because I know exactly where they are, or I know somebody who always knows where they are. But wasn't that exactly where I said they were? Would you have thought me? Oh, jeez. We're going to limp. If he shoves, we're going to call. Otherwise, we're going to play this absolutely majestic hand in position. And it will involve bluffing the turn and probably shoving the river as well. Can we get a really small club to fold is the question. We're gonna try. Got him. Seems like the Chippy V is raising up today. I hope so. It's not going to take much, I'm telling you guys. It's not going to take much, I'm telling you. I don't know. This has got to be a push, right? We must be shallow enough to push this, huh? Three point 3.17 big blinds. 3.17 big blinds. Woo! All right, let's keep it going. It's not gonna take much, you guys. A couple really, really hot sessions where we're just like flopping gin 24. And I think our 8 big blinds, sorry, 8s, I think our 8 chips per game becomes 15 plus very quickly. Thank you very much, Granddad, for the follow. Mintaby, thank you for the follow as well. Trip Donkey, thank you for the follow. Probably got a call against the reg. Yeah. Probably calling against reg for show. Lighter, it actually stands for shit kicker, as in bad kicker. But yeah, small kicker works too, I guess. All right. I like winning poker. I like winning at poker. All right, 10 big blinds effective against this guy. I think we have played a fair amount with Moose Lord. Potentially another red candidate. Potentially another yellow ticket item. So aggressive. So very aggressive. Soup Kitchen? Yeah, it could be Soup Kitchen, Tom. So based on the profile so far, we're going to do this, and we're going to shove river if we need to. Queen high is definitely potential now. Never mind. Easy game. Just give him ace 5 and just spare me the drama. Just give him ace 5 and then we actually can imagine that we have a chance. Just give him any other of the hands he's supposed to call with. You know what I mean? Give him the ones that were not dominated. Give him the ones that he's supposed to call with that don't literally have a blocker in it. Every time. Give him any other ace that he can call with there. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Why does it have to be specifically the one that's dominating me? It's breaking my heart, chat. Stupid camera. Pink Pony Club. Sorry, chat. I bought this really trashy green tea from the store the other day because I was really craving it. The same stuff that they serve at a really nice Chinese restaurant on Preston Street here in Brighton that do like traditional like bun noodles from China. And I'm like, how do you guys make this? And the guy explained it, and I think I finally cracked it. I'm worthy of buying some more expensive green tea. It's really good. It's actually smashing jasmine green tea. Jack 10, let's gamba. Okay, never mind. This is out of range. And this one is out of range. Some big blinds there. All right, we're heads up against Bubblehead. Can I make this work? Can I make this work? It's a pretty good turn. It's a pretty good turn. We're going to let him bluff, though. If he ever has a bluff. I was going to say, when he min-raises at the stack depth, I don't really expect too many bluffs, but there we are. Can you give him missed hearts? What's up, we in the chat? Hello. How you doing? Ace King. Slamming it in. It was a cold deck. It was a cold deck in our favor, and we won the pot. Oh, the sweetest 30. Guys, that's it. I'm telling you. Something has just changed. Something has just changed. The universe has finally decided enough is enough. You've been tested. You passed. That's what's just happened. Something has changed, and that's it, guys. I can feel it. It was a weight been lifted off my shoulders. There is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders right now, and I am telling you guys right now, this is it. This is the upswing. This is how we turn this challenge around, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is it. I'm telling you. I have a feeling in my bones that ace queen ace king for 6.5 big blinds, it's our turn. From now on, the bad beats coming this way. The cold decks, line them up. That graph's going to be like straight line madness. What is this guy up to, this Moose Lord character? Interesting. We're going to call a shove here if we need to. All right. How much action can we get off of a 10 or a 4 here? Ooh, are you sure, mate? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure, buddy? Are you sure? Never mind. Finally, domination, Maximo. Finally. We couldn't have 2 cold decks in a row. That would be too much. PokerStars has become very aware. PokerStars has become very aware since we entered the new arena that it's just not a fair playing field. They got to cap us for a while. I get it. I understand. I totally understand. I definitely understand. What's up, Eagle Hunter? Yo, Art, thank you for the follow. Team Shippity Dip, what's up? Great name, by the way. I love you for that. How you doing? Welcome. All right, we get to hold that one. That's fun. B Cantor. I know, it's such a fun game. STND is like, so you were saying. All right, should we get some more tables going, guys? It's not the right table. Reg v Reg, yeah, we got to do it. We're on the right side of this one. Okay. Okay. Papa the Sailor says, is poker not a lovely game? You know what? I love poker. I absolutely love poker. This is a nice cooler for us. I don't like the ace on the flop, though. I'm not a big fan of that. Poker is such a good game, Papa the Sailor. Poker is such a good game. See, live cards. I'm okay with live cards. I'm absolutely fine with live cards. 30 bucks. Nice. Did we just lose that pot with the same hand? Oh, Queens versus Ace Jack was the killer, right? That 10-4 house hand we hit was the kind of hand that made me pause for 3 months. Well, we didn't hit it. They hit it pretty good, though. They hit it fairly good. This is the offsuit variety. So we do this. Sorry, this is the ace-5 suited. The lower suited hands are ones we can actually... the lower suited hands are ones that we can actually ship. Ace-2 to ace-4, I believe, are hands that we jam. Give it a little go. King 9 is going to still sneak in here as a steal. It's going to be like the bottom end of this hand. We're not calling a shove. But yeah, we are rocking with the tracker completely turned off. So yesterday after our stream, I did a test just to make sure that we weren't losing games when we didn't have tracker running full time. If this guy turns up with a trap, we'll make a note. Otherwise, we're okay. Just to push. But yeah. So if we do decide to 4-table, we won't have that the heads-up display flashing or whatever it was doing last time. That was really annoying. Queen Jack live cards, very fair. Can we get straight back in with the 6s? Straight back in the game? J4, thank you for the follow. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry guys, super annoying when it does that. Zintex, ace-5 off is actually a really easy jam. Blind v blind, the ace-5 suited is, I think, the cutoff. I think at 15 effective, it's ace-2, ace-3, ace-4 suited are the jams, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're going to struggle to fold a 9 here on the left-hand side. Yeah, I guess we're calling. There's 2 flush draws available. He could have worse 9s as well, I guess. Could have complete air. Pocket 5 seems like a weird decision. This is at 13. This is fine. 13 blind v blind. And then just the min here. Pink Pony Whistler. That's right. Ace Queen. Oh, can't lose. It's impossible. Yeah, there's a 90-second delay, guys. Gabriel. We do manage to turn 2 pair. That's kind of fun. Yeah. And now we're going to go for 1 big blind on the river. And we're going to take a delay at this one on the right-hand side. Trap the kings, delay the turn. Play the game. We're going to call the ISO with the kings. And then we'll play it on the flop as cool as possible. As cool as possible. It's pretty cool. That was also a pretty cold deck, guys. Pretty cold deck for us. It was a fairly cold deck. Thank you, J4. I appreciate it, mate. We're about 20% of the way through the challenge now, so we still have a long way to go. But I have faith. Yeah, it is a much better chat vibe, J4, because like then you're not that far away from me, in, you know, in terms of hands. We're calling a shove on the right, by the way, guys, if we need to. We can actually just play this one cool, technically. This player in particular is pretty aggressive from what we've seen so far. And we want to be aware of that. King 9 of Hearts has showdown now against this player in particular. Last time they did this, they turned up with like Jack High. They could try and value bet Ace High now. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, the pair of 4s works too. You can see how wide they ISO that. That's why we want to try and keep their bluffs in. The ISO is fine though. The way they play their hand is good, but the way that we're gonna play a hand as strong as that against this player, who is doing fairly reggy things, is we actually have to end up trying to keep those bluffs in more often than not. There's a line, there's a cutoff, but against another player who we think is not so reg heavy, then we want to obviously just be getting the chips in more often. Prifka, thank you very much. At 15 effective, it's a shove from ace deuce off to ace queen off. Yeah, but I had ace 5 suited. That's the point. It's a different setup. Oh, snap call, huh? Snap call. Just the 1 big is enough to bluff. 1 big is enough. That was one that I wanted to work on, by the way, on the left-hand side there. Those are supposed to be ISOs, not all in for the larger size. We keep missing those. Check. Yeah. Yeah, on the left there, the 6-5 suited, 8-7 suited, those kinds of hands need to be ISO big. Those hands are supposed to be ISO like one third stack or whatever. Guys, we're not running terrible. I'm having a really good time. Guys, we're getting some cold decks in our... It's coming in our direction. Any 2 cards on the right-hand side here. Straight. Juanqui Grande. Juanqui Grande. Yeah. Yeah. This is all textbook stuff so far. This ultra short stuff is pretty gross, but we're doing all pretty standard stuff. And we're actually just being up against reasonable hands and not just being dominated every time. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is what it looks like. I know we're taking a bad beat, but that's not the point. We're actually getting shoved on by the correct range, and we're actually dominating some of the hands that we're all in against. This is so good. This is such a good sign, you guys. I don't even care about the bad beat. Give me the next game. Just give me reasonable card distribution, and I'm happy to lose all day. Give me my EV. Feed me my EV. This is great, you guys. This is much better. This is already going much better. This is already going infinitely better, guys. And it feels so good. Juanqui Grande. Okay, what can we work with here? This should actually be fine still. Juanqui Grande. Now, the king is an interesting turn, because I do expect good players to represent the king at a fair whack. Snap call. Fair. Very fair. Very fair. We are at 8 big blinds effective, so we technically still do this. I was working on these stack depths yesterday as well. It's all in the headphones, mate. Exactly. Thank you, J4. Thank you, mate. That actually makes me feel good. Juanqui Grande. How much more do we get from a check here? The ace shouldn't really change much at all. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That works. Juanqui Grande style. Cold deck. See that? You see that, guys? That's what that looks like. This is what that feels like. When they actually just hand you games once in a while. Feels so effing good, you guys. I feel I'm on cloud 9. I don't even care if we're winning. I don't even care if we're winning actual money right now. I just wanna be here. Just want to be in these games where sometimes I wake up with the best hands. Sometimes I limp with King 7 of Hearts and I trap and they turn up with King Deuce off. King Deuce off. Queen Deuce off. Some of those. I'm calling with King High on this river. I'm calling with King High on this river. You see what I'm saying about the short stack reg stuff? Do you guys see what I'm saying about the calling with the suited kings there? Keeping the bluffs in? Yeah, this is going to be almost any 2 cards. 6-4 is definitely in there. That's the cold deck we're trying to avoid. Bang this one in. Give him the old Juanqui Grande. We gamba. It's too few chips. We got to gamba this one. No good in the all-in. It was fair. It was a fair fight, though. It was a fair fight. It was actually a fair fight. Cold deck. Cold deck? 2 cold decks? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I don't care about the bad beats today. I just want to have some cold decks. I just want to get some EV so I don't look like a complete whale. Now, against this guy, what are we doing? Yeah, we're gonna play it cool. We're gonna play it cool. The old Juanqui Grande. There you go. That's the new table. This one is sneaking in as a limp. This one is a call. Bet top pair feels good. We shan't be folding. 10 is a dangerous card for a lot of different reasons. Check, check, river. Check raising king 4 is a little bit weird. So I was not expecting that. No dice. We can shove 8-6 of hearts here if we want. This guy's been on the more passive side though. So we do want to, you know, try and work around that, exploit that as much as possible. We're going to try and get ace-king suited all in here on the left-hand side. Little flipperino, that's fine. Okay, that's interesting. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Papirico, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, bet the flop. Can we get some Axione? Do we just give him a 4 here? Do we just cold deck poor Nick again? Please don't give him a 4. It's very clearly a triple off, you guys. I need to look up that 8-7 shove. See, the problem with not having hands not open as well is like it's hard to mark hands. I need to look up the 8-7 push. I think we're too deep to do that. We're obviously tripling off with King Queen there because we're basically only ever losing to a 4, which is the hand he's not supposed to really have that often. Jeffrey Wad, what's up? Hello. Let's start betting now. Let's keep betting the turn. We won't be folding. And that's pretty gross. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah. Just complete panic here. Complete panic move. Yeah, that's a good point, Tom. That is true. That is a good point. I could turn it back on, couldn't I, when we're doing this? So just to avoid confusion. All right, I'll do that instead, actually. It's a much better idea, buddy. This is a much better idea, buddy. All right, I'll turn it back on then. Oh, thank you for the follows, everybody. Strong table. Thank you very much to Dino and Nanovolt as well, and Papidoco, even though I already said something to you, but thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Where's the other table? Okay, so let's bet the turn. On the flop. I am gonna change this setup, by the way, guys, so I'm not always like looking miles off this direction. I know it's quite disconcerting. It is a bit weird. Snap check the turn with the 9 of clubs. Snap check. Now, Queen of clubs, Ace of clubs might come into play, but a lot of those are just going to be shoved pre-flop here at the stack depth. So I would say it's somewhat discounted, and I will struggle to fold on the river because our hand is probably more capped than his. Good read. Queen deuce. We're going to play these ones slower. Working on these ones as well at the stack depth. Spicy. Yeah, we got to call a shove here on the right if it goes. Seems good. This one's definitely fine. 2 live cards. I'm okay with 2 live cards. I'm really okay with it. Spade. I'm actually totally okay having 2 live cards in this spot. That seems like a very reasonable blind v blind encounter at that stack depth, and that's fine. It's really okay. All right, Aaron, thanks for stopping by, buddy. See you in a bit. 2 live cards. Happy with that. Totally fine. Totally fine. Winning flips, no problem. No problem. Very nice. Very nice, guys. Very nice, guys. This is all very nice stuff. This is all incredibly nice stuff. I got my eye on this Moose Lord character. Doing like a lot of pushing. A lot of extra pushing. This is definitely the move. This is definitely going to be the move here. That's a bit of a cold deck. Heart. Loving it. Loving your work. Loving your work, PokerStars. You're doing a great job today. Guys are doing a great job today. Feels really fair today. Extra fair. Just as fair. Super fair. We're going to the fair. That's how fair it is. That is how fair it is, and I'm so happy about it. This feels like an incredibly fair session. Very fair. It's very fair. This is the exact amount I want to make it. And we're going to be all in, guys. Wish me luck. No. Heads up on 2 tables against Moose Lord. Moose Lordy. This is a standard ISO to 2.5. This is going to be a get in for the jewels. Moose Lordy. Can we sneak in a trap with 9s here? 8 tray off, 7 deuce off. Yep. The tramp? Very fair. Domination situation. I don't even care. I don't care. I'm not interested. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I just want a couple cold decks. That's all I want. I am perfectly happy giving out cold decks as long as they're cold deck in our favor. That's fine. I'm going to catch a bluff on the river here. We're going to catch a bluff. Turns up here with 6 high. No bluff on any street, huh? Interesting. We're calling a shove here if we need to. Totally fair, not dominated. It's totally fair. Totally fair. Yeah, and then yeah, it's Matej. So Matej. Mateusz. Gonna try and deny some equity. Jack high on the river. Jack high on the river. No need to bluff. No need to bluff when you got Jack high. Pair nines is the nuts. Previously, Moose Lord is happy to just check down with like no showdown in this spot. That was very fair, I think. King 10 of spades. Okay. Very fair. Totally fair. Very fair. Trip tens. Good table. Unknown player. 10 deuce, 10 tray of diamonds. Going for an ISO. We're gonna disguise our hand here. Outplayed. And if this guy, if Moose Lord has a flush, he's getting the chips. Or we're cold deck to fuck and he has King 10. Sure. What's up, Martin? Welcome, buddy. Yeah, this is ATC. Can we actually fold now? Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, him having King 10 there is another good example of bullshit that we don't need. It's not particularly fair. It's not being fair, guys. And while I've been very complimentary to PokerStars this morning, that didn't seem very fair. Did not seem at all fair, did it? Limped pot, bets big flop. I don't know what to do. Are we really supposed to fold top pair here? The thing is, I'm feeling queen 10, 8, 10, king queen here. Six, eight of diamonds. There we go. That's all right. We're feeling a draw. We're feeling a draw spot. Felt like a draw. It felt like a draw to me. Yeah. Ooh, snow check on the Fox. Interesting. Martin Sam says, I've watched you play Spin Go, still haven't been able to wrap my head around it. If you win the first one, do you go to a bigger prize pool? No, we're literally just playing for this. This game is for 20 bucks, this game's for 30 bucks, and then whatever you see the multiplier go to is what we play for. Pocket fives is a cold deck, but we win some of it. Two big blinds, great. Fantastic. Definitely a push, definitely not a mistake. Jack six, we're gonna have to call the push here. Against the unknown player, why don't we just tighten the fuck up? Why don't we just shut up and just play tight? I'm not signing off on the book anymore, guys. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We're going pure exploit today. We finally found a couple situations where we wake up with the best hand, and it's made me feel really good about myself. And now we're just gonna play through. We're just gonna do what we know we're supposed to do. And these are the hands we never lose. King, Queen of Diamonds, no good. Yeah, no, Martin Samuels. Every game is its own individual unit. It's not like a kickoff or whatever. Blind v blind. Going for the ISO. Should be a pretty good start. I'd say this is a pretty good start usually. Bottom of the range in the bin. Did we fuck this one up? No, that was fine too. Where are we at? This one's fine. Let's just min this one. Yeah, when we get let into like this, I'm not folding. That should be a good turn to raise if they do another sort of small situation like this. Snap raise the turn, any good? Interesting line, sir. Interesting line. You could have caught a bluff here, but instead, you're just going to keep the money. Interesting line, sir. Interesting. Now give me the chips back. Now give me the chips back. Trey! Juanqui Grande. Juanqui Grande. Oh, sorry guys, don't have the new table yet, do you? Just table. Nice, queen of 4. What's up, Curtis Lambert? Exploit is Nick's middle name. Nicholas Exploit Walsh. How you doing, Uncle Curtis? What are you up to, mate? All right, even Stevens over here on the left. 2x multi, any good? Totally fair. It's totally fair, chat. It's completely fair. I'm okay with that. It's very, very fair. Can't say it's not fair. Juanqui Grande. See, that's not fair. That one's not fair. On the right, this one looks like very juicy spot for us. 55% against 2 players. $55% against 2 players is pretty good, if I do say so myself. Bet flop. Gandalero, ¿cómo estás? Welcome. I hope you're good. I hope you're doing fab and you're having a fab day. Welcome to the Thunderdome. You playing PLO? Nice. Online? Nice. Sent you some pics on WhatsApp. Slambert. First thing I see is perfect. All right, the deuces never loses. Oh my god. Winning flips. Winning flips. Now against Moose Lord, I am tempted to do one of these on the river. Do we get away with it? Calls with ace 5. That's interesting. I have to bear that in mind. We'll just bear that in mind for next time. JT, thank you very much for the good lucks. Yeah, let's do one of these. 7, 8. This is good size. Just the bottom end of the fold. Easy game. Straight into the king 9 suited. Can't call. We're heads up against the unknown on the right here. I don't know. I feel like I recognize the avatar, but I don't think we've played a ton of volume. Get a little cold deck here with the jacks, please. All right. Big ISO on the right. 300. Thank you for the follow, and thanks for checking out the stream. How you doing? What's up, Mr. Hana? 300 foe. 300 and foe. Cinco, 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 cinco. Floating over here. We have a straight draw. We have a straight draw. I'm just going to shove the turn. Wish me luck, guys. Wow. Dreamy spot. Absolutely dreamy. Pretty much the worst hand of poker I've played in 6 months. It's good. That's right. It's always good. Seven on the turn is so absolutely juicy. 300, I think you've misunderstood. We're not trying to win 50K. We're trying to play 50K to see what might happen. We are playing $50,000, $10 at a time, and we're tracking our progress since the Spin and Go merge. All results shown. Best reg is close, yeah. Best reg real close. Just the steal with the ace 5, folding to a shove, shoving trays. Winning flips, no problem. No problem at all. Truly, truly simplistic. Good, hon. I'm glad you're doing well, mate. No. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. I mean, in an ideal world, you know, we'll pull it off. Oh! In an ideal world, People just do that all day, and the chip EV goes straight up. This was fairly panicky. And for that reason, we want to note that down. No, honey, you've misunderstood the challenge, buddy. I'm playing $50,000 worth of $10 spinning goes. I'm playing 5,000 $10 spins, and we're going to see what the results are at the end. The plan is, in an ideal world, it's going to be like $1 million, but 50K is probably going to mean we run extremely hot in the multiplier department. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's easy to misunderstand. I would go so far as to say it was even slightly intentionally misleading so that people would take an interest. No, I don't know. That's probably too strong of a word. We're going to bet really small on this turn, guys, but I don't know. That works if we go really small. This will be a bit of both. Let's do one of these. We've managed to flop top two. In an ideal world, he's not going to have Jack 9. Shouldn't have any sets, but away we go. Just sure. Yeah, because cold decks are just a way of life in this house. Cold decks are just a way of life in this house, and there's no way around it. And domination situation, rotation, next game, just give me another game of poker. Let me play more poker. What does that look like when I do that, by the way? Oh yeah, that's not quite right, is it? Stupid. All right, let's try that again. Oh. Thank you for the follow. All right, that actually might save us. Kong Larson, absolutely, yes. I hit a super giant multiplier once before. There's a picture of it in the chat now. $150,000 playing $15 spins. We have a flush. So if we bet 3, we can shove the river, and then we're happy as Larry. Nice. We like that run out. Kixie, thank you very much. Ace King is a good hand. For the $40, guys. For $40 US and potentially infinite EV. We are all in. What just happened there? Okay, yeah, we lost to the worst hand. Okay, cool. That's also fine. That's a thing. That's a possibility. That was always a small possibility, at least. Veli, what's up? I'm heading to Barcelona on the 25th. Okay, I'm just gonna be patient and wait for this guy. This guy is absolutely spewing over here. You hit 1,000x at the dollars once? Yeah, it was a very unlucky flip that I didn't, I was sad I didn't pull it off. Straight me. Okay, we're just gonna punish him on the turn. Yeah, we just got to be patient. The guy on the left is going to give us the game. The guy on the left is absolutely ready to give us his game. We just need to make a hand and then allow that to happen. Jack on the river is good. Turns up here with pair of fours. That's fine. That was what the small bets were about. Trapping. Trapping with ace king any good? No dice. Okay, we're going for this. More chips, please, in the pots. And if he has an ace, he's going to win this pot, but we're betting for value on the flop. I know, I'm looking forward to it as well, mate. EPT coverage is going to be grand. I will be there. I will be there for all of the EPT coverage. So I'll be there for the very start and to the finish, but also ducking out towards the end to play the Spin Go Championship, of course, which is going to be a lot of fun. The Jack 7 of spades reg v reg is totally standard. Okay, is this the spot? Is this the one we've been waiting for the whole time, guys? Is this the spot that we've been waiting for the whole time? No dice. Table 2. Yeah, he doesn't have any hand. The check is good. I was so sad for days when I didn't pull off. Hold? Nice. I was sad for days when I didn't pull off the 250 from 25, yeah. Can't imagine how you felt. It was fine, honestly. I mean, I've spoken about it quite a few times on podcasts and stuff. Like, it's really hard. For me personally, it's very hard to feel disappointed about something you thought would never happen. Like, it's such a big multiplier. I never actually thought I was going to hit it. And when I did, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that would have been really cool to win. I would have been up for that, but it's not like the thing I always say is like, if you were preparing for the Olympics and then you like hurt yourself just before your chance to play, like to compete, you would feel so devastated by that. Right. But it was like I was competing in the Olympics and I never actually qualified and I still had a chance to win. And it was kind of just like a crazy one-off scenario. Hannah says, how is the competition at $10 spins compared to higher? So, Hannah, part of the reason why we're doing the 50K challenge, because I actually had a couple different versions of this in my head about how we might do it. Part of the reason why we're doing this is because, I don't know if you're aware, but on PokerStars, we had regular speed spin and goes and flash spin and goes, really fast or regular speed, right? The two have merged, and now a lot of those games are effectively flash or like quite fast, much faster, I should say. So the $10 thing is kind of an experiment to see what's possible at the stake that I consider there to be like a lot of regs. So like anything higher than 10 up, I think that there are people playing $10 spinning goes for a living. There are people playing 25s and like anything higher than 10. I think there is a significant number of people that are playing the game for a living. And a lot of people scoff at that because they don't really understand what that means or what that looks like, but it's about volume. And it's also fair to say that they have a big misunderstanding of like the comparison between a $10 spin and go player and somebody that plays like $100 tournaments, for example, right? It's a very different lifestyle. There's a different pace of game. There's a different volume limit. There's a lot more rewards involved if you play spins. So we're doing this as an experiment since the change, because this is the first time I would have played any significant volume at what is effectively Spin and Go Flash. So how are the 10s compared to higher? This is me playing the 10s since the change, so I haven't played higher since before. But I was consistently beating, you know, the 50s, 25s, 50s, and 100s for a long time in my life in general before. But the comparison is difficult because now with the change, I'm not really sure how many players have moved up or moved down or what the deal is with that. Is it still a very profitable format? I guess we're about to find out is the question. I think that there's definitely going to be people that are beating Spin and Go, the new Spin and Go merged pool. There's definitely going to be people that are beating this for a good percentage, especially after rakeback and bonuses. Sorry, Mateus, unlucky buddy on both spots. Can't fold the ace-4, and I can't fold the 10-4 here either. The 10-4 has got to be a push. Where are we at? Yeah, it's for 3 bigs. Yeah, so 3 and a bit something. But yeah, that's not me deflecting. This is me just being honest, and actually this is part of why we're doing this experiment in the first place. Queen, thank you very much for the follow. Zisto, Pung Larson, thank you for the follow. What's the difference between play in Spin on PokerStars ES or PokerStars.com? It's just a player pool. Just a player pool, mate. So the games, I believe the games are the same now. In terms of the actual structure, but I think now it's just the players, because ES is just Spanish players, of course. Can't do anything else. We just got to let him gamba. 2 live cards. Nice. Very good. All right, cool. Let's get back to the poker. Stupid thing. Sorry, mate. Sorry, guys. The way that these stack are really annoying. Let's do that. Okay. We'll take a look at results shortly. If you guys are interested in following the challenge more closely, check me out on my social media platforms. I'm doing proper updates over there with like the full breakdown, including rakeback and rewards, which is a significant part of the new format. Obviously, when you're playing a game at this frequency with this much volume, and the sort of theoretical edge reduces because the games are higher variance, but the number of games you play increases, and the amount that you can unlock in rewards is going to be a significant part of the edge overall. We'll take a look at results in just a mo. I have a sneaking suspicion that we are starting to pick up some speed again in the EV department, which is a really, really big deal. All right, Jack 9, let's sneak in a limp here. Take a check on the flop. Big bet on the turn is a warning sign for sure. And against this player in particular, we're just going to push this hand a lot versus the limp. A lot of our suited connectors can be pushes where they probably shouldn't, because our opponent should be trapping more. Ace Queen versus King Jack, no good. Big bet turn here. I think we're supposed to do something like this. Well, this is extreme strength. We can actually make a really tight fold here. Maybe he's just going to give him a spin anyway. This is also a potential push against this player. We're going to play it slow. King Deuce of Diamonds is an easily profitable push there. As played, though, I think we can play it really slow. King High for the win. Overbetting. Wow, okay. Never mind. Very wonky way to play your hand. So far, this player playing a pretty chill game. We're going to try and trap with the ace-jack hearts here as well. On the river, I will be calling a big bet this time. Wow, ace-5 didn't go in there pre-flop either. That's kind of weird that we didn't get the cooler. But that's okay, I guess. Okay, very, very, very passive, I think. Something like that. It's close enough. Oh wow, we're getting walked to hell here. This is great. Super walks everywhere. Yeah. 2 live cards is fine. 2 life cards is totally fine. Beautiful. What's up, Texas Tomo? What's my biggest spin? You cheeky monkey. Is this a brand new game on the right, guys? Have you guys seen this one yet? Sorry if that wasn't on screen. Sorry guys, misclick here. Yeah. Queen? That's strange. Should I trap Mateus here on the turn? Mateus never believes me. He's such a non-believer. Such a non-believer. The player that Hero called me with Queen High yesterday. Like twice. Mateus? Ah, he's too good. Kung Fu Benny, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing? Bonev, thank you for the follow as well. I don't know if I gave you a shout out yet. Mateus. Uh-oh. What a player. What a player. What a player. What a player. Right, should we take a look at some results after these games? See how we're doing so far? It does feel like we've been on the right side of more coolers. I still feel like we're running into it a decent amount, but here we go. What's up, Will, over there on YouTube? Yeah, man, throwback indeed. He says, you and James were the first streamers I ever came across with OP Poker. Now Cash Game Pro Bet Spin's always a special place in my heart. Full circle, mate. Full circle. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I think we probably can go big on the turn and probably bomb river if we would like. We're going to flat the Jack 10 of clubs here. Love to connect with this board a bit better, but there we go. King 9 of hearts. Let's go for one of these. Can we just bet really big against this guy? Can we just bet really big and then reassess on the turn? Fucking worst possible turn? How about that? That's cool. That's always fun. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Quit this game forever, honestly. What am I like? Why do I bother? Why do I bother? Yeah, it was the worst possible turn. Yeah. And I still pay him because I'm tilted and I just don't give a shit anymore. Just want to throw the money away. I joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Don't take that seriously. Don't clip that. One big blind bet. Running into ace king here because that's my life. And 6-4 is a call. Blindy blind. See if we can still sneak our way into something here. Good to have you here, Will, though. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting. We are in the middle of a spicy challenge. You're in the middle of a very spicy challenge indeed. We're going to take a look at some results after we finish this game here on the right. On to the right. There we go. We're going to claw this game back on the left despite getting absolutely super owned. Possibly the worst turn in the deck. I'm going to get him off a chop. You ready, guys? Okay, keep calling for a chop. Okay, keep calling with Queen 5 of hearts. Hilarious call on that river. Calling 2x pot and hoping that the diamond flush on board is going to be a chop is pretty special. It's a pretty unique spot. It's pretty special in that regard. I'm glad we made the move, though. It's one that we should win every time. Raise, call, ace 10. Raise, call, shove, button versus SB multi-way. Queen 5 suited. All right, we clawed it back on the left, guys. Getting it in good twice. 4. No dice. Okay, ace 8. The coolers are going the wrong way. Nice. Getting lucky there against the ace queen is nice, but again, that's a fair cooler there as well. Like ace 8 slam dunk profitable jam. Okay, let's focus on the left table here for a moment, guys. And then we will we'll take a look at some results. Where are we at now? We've been playing for about 2 hours. Probably a 3-hour session today. We are getting through the volume of fair whack now, which is good. Come on. Cooler for Nick? Cooler? Yeah, that's a fair cooler. We have actually had a couple coolers go our way. It's nice. Feels really good. It's going to help us with the graph. King, queen. Okay, never mind. 4.5 big blinds. King, queen of spades into kings. Yeah. Story checks out. Need to have to chat with Stars about bringing back the swap hold'em. Mate, swap hold'em to this day still probably, it's probably my favorite game they ever invented. I've made that so clear. We've had that conversation a lot. Nice, lucky on the river there. Obviously 9-7 suited, also a slam dunk push there, so running into it is whatever. All right, so let's take a look at some results. All right, so graph updates. We are heading in the right direction here. So let's take a look at this. 8.3 chips per game is still not good enough, but we're heading in the right direction. Currently winning $20 today. Chippy V overall after 46 games. Chippy V of 23 chips per game. If we could get to 23 chips per game overall in our big graph, we would be in a very, very good, very, very good, very, very profitable situation. Yeah, Will, the chances of swap coming back though are pretty slim. I have pushed for it 1,000 times. It was by far my favorite morph gang. Morph game is what they called some of those at the time. Those sort of experimental games. Okay, why are you finding this so difficult? There we go. The other game. The tilt is so real. I really wish OBS didn't tilt me, but it does. Gonna try and get one bet in on a Moose Lord here. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to create a site with only swap hold'em. That would be cool. That would be very cool. That would be super cool. But yes, Sean, in general, we are definitely on the right side of the variance right now. We are running good in our all-ins, which is a big change. We actually are having a fair amount of cold decks run in our direction as well, which is super fun. 6-5. And we're getting through the volume. So we are playing, where are we at? 1,049 games now with the 5K. We are winning a few flips here and there. We want to get our overall chip EV to the 20 chips per game mark, something in that region. But we are in profit overall in the challenge now with our rewards as well. Last time I checked, we had like 200 and something in rewards. We're down 190 in game, which is fair given our current chip EV, but I think that we are probably going to get out of the hole here. In terms of EV, I should say. Nice turn for 6-7 of clubs. We'll take it. 6 and a smidge big blinds. Six and a smidge big blinds. Yo, Lump, thank you very much for the follow. Lump269. The name Lump268 makes me think of my friends David Moynihan, who wrote a book recently entitled Lump Club. In fact, he's written 2 of them, which I believe now is combined into one novel. If you guys want to check it out, though, fantastic book from a really interesting guy, old Monza, David Moynihan. He wrote a book about his experience working on the first cruise ships in Miami. Very, very interesting story told from the perspective of someone who's seen a lot. And I don't care how many times they tell me I'm not going to stop doing this. I'm not going to stop making this move. I'm not going to stop making this move. Just going to keep dumping chips in that spot every single time. Lump, we are currently plus for the day. But we are down in the challenge overall in earnings, but we're up in the challenge overall with rewards. Is a long way to say we've made a few bucks, but we should be making more because we're running pretty poorly. We're running kind of hot right now, though. Pocket 8s, man. Pocket 8s. Hands that you love to see, but you prefer if you had a set. Now, how much stock do I put into this spot? There's still a player to act behind as well. By rewards, do you mean rakeback? Yes, rakeback and also other bonuses that we've won as a result of spinning goes. So I'm like documenting everything. So that includes straight rakeback from chests. That's just the standard, PokerStars reward program. And then on top of that, any other sort of earnings from the Spin Go department. So during the last promotional period, I think we managed to get on leaderboard and we won like an extra 30 bucks here or 40 bucks there. All of it's written down and I can verify all of it after the fact as well. But the idea being that all of these games played on stream, so all of the games played off stream, all go through the tracker. Every single result is documented. All 5,000 games shows all of the good, all of the bad, and then ultimately also including all rewards and not just an estimate. Not like we played 5K and that was about 20% or 40% or whatever the rakeback is that we hit. It's the exact chests that we earned during that period. So it's the exact rakeback, including the climb out of the from lower chest up to higher. So we moved on to silver just recently. Of course, we've had much higher chest rewards in the past when we were grinding a lot more volume and playing much higher stakes, but started at the normal program low side. We're probably going to get to gold relatively quickly if we keep on this pace, but we're going to do some traveling for the European Poker Tour. Going to Amsterdam this weekend and then going straight to Barcelona. I'll be doing commentary for the EPT. In the 2X, let's just give this a spin. Let's just give this one a spin in the 2X multi. Nice. 2X multi is going to be tight against that jam, though. We do have the advantage heads up. Should have an edge playing the game slower as well. If Nick Walsh can't beat these games, then no one can. Well, you'd like to think so. My confidence has been somewhat knocked by how we're getting on at the start of this challenge, but we still have a lot of poker to play, of course. Still tons of poker to come. I like Nickelback more than Rakeback. Controversial take. That is a unique perspective, John. That is a unique perspective. A lot of people wouldn't agree. Can we get value from a 4 or a 3? I think the answer is yes. Queen 8 actually is an ISO here on the left. I've done this one wrong. That was a mistake. It's not a big mistake. It's probably also going to be a mix, but I think that on balance, we're going to want to make sure we're doing the larger ISO sizes there that are in our arsenal. So if I'm not mistaken, that's obviously a call on the left here. Yeah, it should be fine. We lose the all-in, but we might catch a bluff on the river. Go Queen 7. Now I think we have enough ammo to bet flop bet, turn bet, river if we want, depending on the runouts. Yeah, we're gonna go for it here, guys. We're gonna bet. Never mind, that works. That saves us some chips. Confusing as to why that's a move, because that doesn't seem like that should be a thing, if I'm being completely honest. We're gonna keep sneaking in here with the limps. Should get away with quite a lot of limp stab. And ace 8 of diamantes. We can call a shove. Calling a shove here is probably going to be very plus EV for us. As played, this is actually one of our big ISOs. And then we're going to go broke on any flop. Pretty standard stuff. Yeah, just having Queen 6 is whatever. Calling off half the effective stack with Queen 6, probably not something you want to do, so that's just get punished. Can we get a trap in here with the 9s? We do. It's going to be... Oh my god. And the fact that they shove when they've got top set here is definitely not something we want to do either. So overall, I'd say we're pretty sure that this is going to be... It's going to be not a lot of great situations. For example... There we go. There's not really much to note down. There's just hands in there that just aren't played that way. And checking back with kings heads up at that stack depth, totally above board, but just let me bluff, like let me go broke there. The fact I have 9s means I never fold, but that's a very specific setup. If the chips go in the middle no matter what, right? I'm never folding 9s at that stack depth in the first place. Never folding 9s on that flop in the first place. But you want to give me the opportunity to actually stab. That's the point of having a trap with kings as a check heads up, right? Was this a limp call from the king jack? Or was it a raise call? The raise call, yeah, fair enough. Don't know this player on the right. Thank you very much for the follow, Duck Hunting, Marcus Aurelius, Ibars. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out today. Oh my goodness, why do people do this to me? Why do they do it to me? Just do it when I have ace jack. Where are the bigger multipliers? We've actually had a fair amount of multipliers so far, bud. We had a string of hundreds, so we had a fair amount of 10x's. We had a 50x as well, which we got really unlucky on as well. The 50x could have been... 50x could have gone our way for sure. That was annoying. Okay, we're just gonna give this... We're just gonna allow this to happen right now. We're just gonna allow this to happen right now. This guy is pushing, but They are in spots where I think there is going to be a fair amount of showdown, and we're not getting bluffed, for example, is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to allow it, but if it persists, then we're going to start pushing back and finding ways to exploit it. We lose our flip instead. That's fine. The raise call with ace-8 I think is probably okay too. Just absolute busto on both. V-Straws, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Hope you're good today. I don't know this one. I don't know this one, but I know that it's not a push. And that's hard when you've got 4 bigs. This one can go, though. Moose Lord. He's the Moose Lord. Moose Lord. Moose Lord. Playing tons of wrecks. This is ATC on the left. Any 2 cards is a call. Moose Lord. Moose Lord. This has got to be going as well. He is a Moose Lord. Nice. Winning flips against deuces. Yeah. Let's sneak in some min raises here. This is just a simple push. Can't complete. Same again. We're calling a shove from Moose Lord if we need to. Queen 9 is definitely good enough here. Gonna be ahead of range. Just a little bit on the left is good too. Moose Lord is gone. Moose Lord is cooked. King Jack is all in. Getting folds there is just absolutely lovely. It's a big pickup at that stack depth. This one comes out. This one stays in against the unknown. Straight draw on the flop is pretty cool. I think we can afford to peel. We don't need to bluff. And 5 tray stays in. Bet the turn small. Possibly getting the best hand to fold once in a while on the left, and also denying some equity if they improve with the last card. Sixes, we're going broke if we need to. That works for me. And 9-5 against the reg is just the push. 6. All right, so Queen 10 is going to just end up being a push here too. Trapping with the 9s. Gonna value bet the flop here. And we will probably value bet the turn as well. This is a turn we would probably bluff at a pretty good frequency. trying to get value from the 6x and the 3x and the straight draws and the flush draws. Our opponent is somewhat capped there as well. They're not going to have as much Queen X as one might imagine. King 6. Nice river, Nicholas. Very good. Just very, very, very good stuff there, mate. I like that a lot. We need to be aware that the King 6 is profitable, but it's one that we're probably supposed to do a bit of everything with. 30 is rights and 30 on the rights. Perfect. Yeah, looking good. Breast score, I used to play 30s versus this guy 7 years. So yeah, it's so Midge. We're gonna call you Midge. Any two is fine here. Midge, I think a lot of the players that used to play higher have moved down since the speed changed. That is my interpretation of what's going on. I think we're gonna go like this now. Fucking great, well done, very good. Min check raised on the turn because I'm a whale. Because I'm a whale. So a lot of players, I've had quite a few people show up and say, oh, this guy used to play higher, I wonder what happened, like they've been like they got busted the roll or something. But I think loads of them have moved down because the speed has changed. Spinning goes are now significantly faster than they once were, and therefore you're playing a lot more volume, but the variance is super increased. So if they were playing 25s or whatever before, I think there's a chance a lot of them have just decided to move down and just get a feel for the new kind of variance. They're probably unlocking similar rewards. You know, can only guess, but there we are. Ed K says, I was playing a session this morning. I was losing the most absurd hands. I stopped when I started swearing. It's a good time to stop. When the fun stops, stop, Ed K. Ace eight of spades, too strong for jacks, surely. Too strong for jacks. Okay, so screw you. Next game. Just kidding, screw you. Where are we getting led into here? What's up, clown face? Well, that's what we're here to figure out, mate. So in response to your question, that's why I decided to start the challenge. Yeah. That's why I decided to do this challenge, because I think we're kind of asking the same question. And this was all in part to do with this is all an attempt to make sense of, you know, what's possible now. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to do tons in the challenge just yet, which is what we're here to work on now, of course. The rake back will be very good though, yeah. I mean, obviously people will just be raking more because the games are much faster, so the rewards will come in equal part, at equal speed, you know? I imagine there's a fair amount of people who are playing lower stakes and probably actually hitting higher chests as well, which is kind of cool. And you know, having direct rake back like Stars offers right now is very, very cool because it flattens the variance in a linear way, right? Puts you in pretty good situations. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can still limp this one. We're calling a shove if we need to. We call them in ISO if we need to as well. King's full would be kind of tilt, wouldn't it, guys? King's full would be a really sad story. I mean, everything about this says folds to me. Everything about this says fold. Why wouldn't you just bet the flop here? Wow, okay, cool, big fold there. Really big fold there. In a spot where they probably could have got the whole lot. Pretty flop. The min ISO is already pretty sus at that stack depth. And then to not bet that flop, which you bet 100% with all your bluffs, is super sus. Does have a couple different sizes here. Once we make the flush draw, we are not going to be folding. Wish me luck. Wow, that's a cold deck. Doesn't matter how that hand plays, we're going to get stacked anyway. How many spades in this deck, huh? Unreal. Should have limped the queens on the left. Didn't see how short the player on the left was. Double Buddha, what's up? I'll show you the results in a sec, buddy. We'll take a gander. This Sabia character, huh? Not sure. Not sure, not sure, not sure, not sure, not sure. Are they value betting a 6 or an 8? Are they really value betting a 6 or an 8 here? They are not. I don't know why we're playing ace-5 like this. Very weird. I'm willing to be wrong, but I think that's a little bit of a weird one, if I'm honest. And I like the hero call. Push the king deuce. Do we bet twice? I think we probably do here. This feels like a better size. Pocket jacks is a good hand. Lutartagal is a friend of stream as well, by the way, on the right hand side here. Hello, Lutartagal. Lutartagal. probably an under 3-bet spot overall. And for that reason, I'm just going to avoid. What's up, Black Elf? Good to see you, mates. Have you decided that Barcelona is calling your name yet? Yeah, bluff ISO, sure. This is a bit rowdy as well. It's not really what you're gonna do too often with that combo. I'm doing excellent. My cancer is staying dormant for the past few months. I'm loving the summer and praying it will last for some time. Dude, that is exactly what we all want, mate. I really hope that continues, and soak it up, man. Enjoy the summer. Yeah. I'm very pleased to hear that, mate. I don't know if we're calling here. We've under-repped our hand, but I feel like this shove is going to be quite strong. It's such a sad story, isn't it, chat? Such a sad story. All right, Queens is a good hand. Wish me luck, guys. Limp Jam King Jack, I'm not sure about. Queen, please, in the 4x multiplier. Lutartagal, how dare you, sir? How dare you, Lutartagal? Lutartagal. Oh, there we go. 10x multiplier. We got to write this one down. Don't let me forget, guys. Don't get trapped in that one. Yeah, man. Keep it up. Keep it healthy. Health is wealth, man. Lutartagal. Oh, this Sancho character was playing some weird poker yesterday, guys. Some very, very strange poker. We're going to go for value with a tray here. Can we run good in the 100x? Okay, one and done on the flop. One and done on the flop. Snap checks the turn. Guy doesn't fold. Guy doesn't fold, basically. Guy doesn't fold. Let's not bluff the guy that doesn't fold, right? That seems reasonable, right, chat? Diamond. Oh. We've made a flush, guys. Are we going to get in trouble for it now is the question. Weird way to play your hand, but okay. I don't think we're going to get any more value from that one. Ace 5 is a monster. Let's go. $100 on the line. Can we get it done, chats? Wonderful flop. Just wonderful. Why do you play King 9 like an absolute weirdo? Please tell me. Why? Why? This is a 100x multiplier, and you're limp calling half your stack with King 9 off. Go again. All right, who else wants to call more of their stack here pre-flop, huh? Great spot to lose. Great spot to lose it here. We're not folding, but wish me luck, guys. Wonderful. Get lucky. Get lucky. Wonderful. 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 Two really wonderful spots. Two absolutely wonderful spots. You know it's a good day when you convince them to put in half of their stack with King 9 offsuit pre-flop. That's a really, really good one. Wish me luck, guys. Nine of clubs would be just this. Sancho. Sancho, the unbluffable Sancho. I would say this is a pretty reasonable way to behave. There's not enough exclamation marks in the world, John. That's right. Okay, wish me luck, guys. This is the way we're going to play the hands. Deuce. 4 is also cool. Deuce is also not cool on the river after we made the 4 and then you get the chop. Okay, that's a strange way to behave too. All right, 100x multiplier. Come on, guys, we got this. Getting a free flop with Jack 10 of spades. That is always a good thing. Good spot. Now, heads up against Sancho. We are guaranteed at least 2 buy-ins. How do we mess this one up? I'm going for value from a tray. The heads up against Sancho with the longer clocks. This should be a difficult one to lose. That's all I'm going to say. He said confidently, hitting a queen. Nice trap, Sancho. MTX, what's up? Almost hero called you with queen high again. Glad to know you had it. Perfect, mate. Honestly. Wow, nice hand, buddy. There's a combo we shouldn't have in our range, but there we go. Check behind. Okay, good. We'll note this one down. Okay. Worst possible turn. Fantastic. Worst possible turn. Fantastic. Zephian, it starts... It's different depending on the multiplier. Eight high wins? Okay. We cannot lose this heads up, guys. We are not going to lose this heads up. We are not losing this heads up. No, it's fine. It depends on the starting multiplier. I refuse to lose this heads up, chat. I refuse to lose this heads up. Okay, is this where we get him? All right, just grind him down. Grind him down. Grind him down here, chat. Worst possible turn. If he's not betting, I think he probably has a queen or a 10, though. He has checked back aces before, pre-flop. All right. Come on. Come on. Grind him down. Grind him down. We can shove queen 5 there profitably. Against this guy, though, we want to be more careful because he's playing very passively now. We're in the bigger multiplier. This one's too good to miss, though. We're not going to miss the push with king 4 suited. All right, for the win, get the chips in good. Back to the grind. Lumbuster, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Can't call a straight draw on the turn too much. Pocket jacks, we are trapping. So again, technically our opponent shouldn't have a king here too often. This guy can have anything because that is the way he is. This could be a really bad turn for us now because, you know, that's what it looks like. And I'm very grateful that we don't have to make a decision there. Christy Mack, thank you very much for the follow as well. Whoops. I hate that that does that. We're still going to be in here with most of our range. He is not raising anywhere near enough. And for that reason, we are going to be getting away with a lot in position. This is why we're able to grind him down to a position where we can take these spots. Queen Trey is going to be fine to limp still. We're going to respect the shoves pretty substantially at this point because what we are seeing is a large number of more passive lines. Trey, again, probably normally a fold here. I think we're fine getting away with the limp and bet. Sancho is not going to fold yet. Now, the king and the jack are both in range, but I think also the diamond flush is going to be quite in there a lot more as well. The lead is going to force us to fold, but if it goes check on the river, we can probably get away with betting something really small. And we often will get the diamonds to fold. Sanquin, thank you very much for the follow. ZZZZZRRS, thank you for the follow as well. Can we get Jack High to showdown? Jack High is the nuts here, by the way, guys. I'm not sure if you know that. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Jack High is the nuts here. So you're telling me Sancho is doing this with ace high, or a queen, or a 6. Jack High is the nuts, guys. It is the nuts. Sancho bluffing with the best hand like a pro. We are ahead of the low clubs, of course. So when it runs out like this, we are ahead of, like, you know, 5 of clubs and shit like that. And the 9-10 with the 10 of clubs, for example, we don't need to turn our hand into a bluff here. We've got him down to 5 big blinds. And this is definitely a push. Wish me luck. We get it in very good. What is this call? Straight! What is he doing? He's played so passively this entire time, and he limp calls with 6 deuce of diamonds. There's not enough exclamation marks. There's not enough. There's not enough in the dictionary. There's not enough in the dictionary here, guys. He's played so patiently. He's played so patiently, and then he wants to limp call it off with 6 high. We have him absolutely crushed in this pot, by the way, guys. Did you notice that? My God. Fuck, 60. For $100 for the 10x multiplier. Absolutely robbed. It's not over yet. It is not over yet, chat. Okay, justice is real. Justice is real. You know, he could have also just played his hand normally and gone all in and won that pot, but he chose not to. He chose not to. Decided against it. Decided against it. Going justice for the stream. Come on. Come on, it's our turn. It's our turn. Fuck. It's fucking 12 hours. Oh, just whatever, mates. Good luck with your... Good luck enjoying the $100. You deserve it. You deserve it. Good luck. Good luck, mate. I wish you the best of luck and the worst to come. Good luck in the worst to come. That's what I say, Sancho. Now we're min raising suddenly. Okay, I want to know what the min raising range looks like. If we're not shoving ace king or ace deuce at 4 big blinds effective, then I'm not really sure what we're doing. All the way back in. Come on, chat. All the way back in this game. Back up to 5 bigs. Pocket jacks. Can we get a trap in? Can we trap Sancho? Can we do it? Is it possible? Is this the most hard-fought 10x multiplier of all time? I want to win this so bad. I want to win it so bad, chat. I want to win it so bad. I want to win it so bad. Please. Hold! Hold! Let's go! Is this the most unusual, absolutely ridiculous, ridiculous heads-up display I have ever seen? This one's going in the review, guys. Why is that such a weird crop? New snip. Here we go. Yeah, $100 million. All right, one sec. Bear with me, guys. Just going to write this down. Session, there we go. We had a 10x and one crazy game plus screenshot. Yeah, Tom, I'm pretty sure, buddy. Oh, I wanted to save that shit. I gotta save it as 10x win 3. Oh, mate. It's never easy, is it, guys? It's never easy. It's really never easy. Some part of me wanted to lose that game. It's not good mindset, but what can I do? All right, let's do it. More poker. Now time for Nick, huh? Now grab a beer. Ed, honestly, we should look at the graph of that game. He probably folded that entire game away. Like, at the end, it's only a few big blinds, but the number of actual chips in that game he would have given to me in red line is absolutely insane. Bungie says maybe he just really likes seeing a flop. I mean, fair. I can't be mad at that. Ricky, thank you for the follow. Bungie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, guys. Beers in the fridge, says John Edwards. No beers for me. No beers for me. My heart can't take it anymore. You wouldn't have slow played the jacks. I mean, the thing is, though, he was playing so passively pre-flop. He was playing so fit or fold. If we raise, we're not going to get the action. So it's not even that we're trapping because we have to like force him to make a mistake pre-flop. We're trapping because he's going to be in there with 100% of his range and he'll make a mistake post for sure. Like Sancho doing some wacky stuff pre-flop. Wacky stuff pre-flop, heads up. Can we get some action with the Kings, please? Ace-6 is going to be all in here. And 10 deuce is sticking around. Whew! What a life. Tell you what, chat. Tell you what. That felt pretty awesome. That felt fairly awesome. I'm gonna be real. Can we get some action with a 10 deuce? That is a terrible river. That is a truly catastrophic river. Oh my god, it gets worse. Not only did we get coolered on the turn. I mean, I guess that was a pretty good outcome in the end, considering that we got so unlucky on the turn. This is the wrong one. I was going to do something else here. Ace, King of Hearts. Nice hand, right? River the ace. And do we even get away with a little raise here? Let's give it a go. So spicy. So spicy. Gonna do something weird here too. That saves me a lot of money. That's why I did it weird. That's how we prefer to do it, weird style. This is the kind of spot where our friends can have a lot of bluffs with the overbet here. I don't think this is a call though. Huh? What are you doing? What are you repping here, buddy? What is this? What's this? What is this? What are you repping? That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That is one of the things that you are repping. I'll give you that, bud. That is one of the things you rep there for sure. This is too wide to limp. I don't know why I'm doing it. Some part of me wanted to lose that game, Tom. Yeah, somewhere dark, and some men just want to see the world burn, Tom. That should fix the red line. We got to take a look at that game, dude. I'm telling you, the red line went up by 1,000,000% in that game. No joke, mate. No joke. Ugh. Ace high for the win, huh? Ace high for the win on the left. You can value bet a 6. Yeah, makes sense. Do we just ever shove this turn? It's pretty gross. Wish me luck, guys. 2 live cards is all I need. That's all I need. We have a straight. That's really cool in the 40. No action whatsoever. Cool. All right. We are having a much better session today, guys. I can tell you for sure. Now, let's flex on him a little bit here. I just want to punt this one, to be honest. 2x multiplier. What if he has what if he has 8-9? That'd be kind of cool, right? Good luck, sir. That works. That works. Get out of my house. Why are you playing Queen Jack like this? Don't be such a weirdo. Don't play such a weird game, fam. Now, to be fair, did he get it in with the best hand? I suppose. There's so many better hands to do that with, though. There's so many better hands to do that with. So many better hands that you could do that with there. So many better hands. Okay, we're just gonna play it cool. Just gonna play it cool. We're gonna play it cool. We're gonna play it cool here too. Gonna play it cool here too. We're gonna play it extra cool here. This one is gonna be fine. Making top pair against the short stack. Tricky here. We're calling the shove, of course. I have no idea why you're playing your hand like this. That is another very unusual one, I have to say. Gonna need a note on that. That was wonky. That was weird. That was very weird. What happened here? Queen 10. Oh, we put the chips in good. We put the chips in good in the 40, but it's no good. Cool, that's also good for the EV. What did I miss? Queen deuce, that's fine. Okay, we got it in good again. We got it in good again, chat. Ace. Okay. Nice hand, buddy. Nice hand, dude. All right, guys, we are probably coming up to the end of today's stream, by the way. This has been a, like, night and fucking day difference. We have managed to win a few bucks today, but that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I am overjoyed. Because I know for a fact that today felt completely different. Okay, we're gonna float on the turn. We're gonna float again. On the river, you might even call. I was gonna say, I think they just have a flush draw or a straight draw often with the small lead on the flop, so we don't need to turn our hand into a bluff on the river. We're calling with what is going to be the best hand often. And then we will improve on occasion or find ways to bluff as well if we completely brick out too, and we feel it's appropriate. Just the entire energy of it feels completely different, right? We're actually getting shoved into by a reasonable range. We're actually waking up with good hands that can call. Like I said, it doesn't take much, and we actually start winning a lot in EV. And I think we've made up a lot of for a lot of lost time here in this session. We'll take a look at results in a sec, guys. Let's finish up these games. But I have a strong suspicion that today's session is going to be a massive upswing. I haven't seen the graph yet. In EV is what I'm saying. The EV aspect of today is going to be massive. I can feel it already. And that is so, so important. And I wouldn't be surprised if we've gone up a fair few points overall. That is a huge flop. Oh my God, bro. Mr. Woogie, how crazy are you feeling right now? How crazy are you feeling, Mr. Woogie? Okay, on the river, we're going to check and we're going to catch a bluff, hopefully. Love to catch a bluff. Would love to catch a bluff. Nice. King of Hearts, you win. That is a very, 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 very nice spot there. Some would say a little bit unfair, but there we go. Pocket jacks. Nice. This is actually this is exactly what I'm talking about. There's so much EV that we've been losing in these situations and we haven't been seeing it the other way around. Even with some of the bad beats that we've seen today, we are having a much, much, much larger number of, like, that was a good shove. I think this guy makes a good shove with a good hand that's going to make money, but like we have to wake up with it once in a while. And today we have, and that feels really good. And it makes a big difference because all the brutality that we've been putting up with trying to just break even by the skin of our teeth becomes a much easier, becomes a big line going straight up because we actually have a few hands where we just wake up with it. It's all part of the show. Okay, let's take this one out. Let's sneak this in as a limp. If he shoves, we're gonna call. Wish me luck. 60-40 is reasonable. See, in the situations like this as well, where we're actually going to get in like 60-40, it is 60-40 and he isn't having ace king every time, which is like obviously another thing that we've encountered a lot of. Huge flop. Wow, big hold, too many outs. All right, last game on the left here, guys. It's going to be a 2x multi. And then we are going to finish up the sesh and we're going to take a look at results and possibly do some review depending on what we got going on. Yo, Mr. Swain, what's up? Good to see you. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, I wasn't trying to ignore you. Wasn't trying to ignore you, mate. I just got a lot going on the screen. Base Logic as well. Hello. Pocket 10s, any good? I guess not, dude. Well, why? How am I getting this in 3 ways against Ace 4 and Jack 8 of diamonds? Okay, this isn't going to be the last game. I'm not going out like that. Jack 9 of clubs, massive. Domination situation. Club. Pocket 4's comeback would be a nice story way to finish, wouldn't it? Yeah, Mr. Swain, sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat. Yeah, we were adjusting for that guy specifically. Obviously, everything you're saying is legit. Ace Queen, comeback on the left is on. Getting ruined on the right here is fine. Queen tray is good. It's not over on the right, though. Queen? Oh. All right. Okay, last game. Finish with a win, please. All right, it's a win. So let's take a look at the results so far today. I haven't seen any of this yet. Let's start with the day. So let's filter specifically for today. Open, apply. All right, so this is what today looks like in statistical analysis. Yes, buddy, this is a session here. This is a session. This is like, oh, it's so vindicating. We managed to win $110 today. It's not billions. It's not a lot. We did have a 10x multiplier. That is 11 buy-ins. 11 buy-ins in this game is actually pretty good because we play spin and goes and we often only expect to win, 5%, 4%, 3%. Sometimes we don't win any percents and we're just fighting to break even in this game. Spin and goes are a weird one. We're fighting for small edges. So to win 11 buy-ins is very nice. The dollars, I don't give a shit. Don't care about the dollars. Look at this chip EV. 62 chips per game across 68 games. That is massive in this format. That is massive in the new spin and go pool. That is massive in the new merge player pool with mostly flash. That is huge. These are the big days that will cancel out our, several sessions of breaking even like we've been seeing. We were on the right side of a lot of coolers. We had a lot of good situations for us where we're getting chips in for a huge equity where we were on the wrong side of that. And it feels absolutely awesome. 13 big blinds per 100, by the way. That is not too bad in big blinds EV. But yeah, looking good. These stats are really good. This is like where we want to live if possible, although it's probably not possible to maintain. Look at that, guys. Come on now. Come on. That's more like it. Now, today was just 68 games. 68 games isn't like the most spins I've ever seen, not even close. However, we have been playing mostly on stream. We've mostly been two-tabling. Let's see how this looks on the big graph, because on the big graph, you guys will start to get an idea of how we're breaking a trend here. So if we go to filters, merged, and then apply, this is the big graph, and you guys can see we're breaking out of this flat spot here. Now, you never know. You never know in this game. We might be set for more variance hell. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, mate. It's 503. It's a 503. Okay, we're not running super over. We might be up for more variance hell, but this shows you how quickly things can change. And over the course of this session, we have managed to break this trend line, and we are heading in the right direction. Now, let's take a look at the overall results. We're down $100 total in the challenge, which means we're actually probably winning about $150 with the bonuses. We are on the way to unlocking another chest here, which is another 40. And again, I will do all these things when I do my update. In fact, probably have to do my update tomorrow or Friday morning before I go for Barcelona, because I'm going to be away in for like, 2 weeks? Something like that. Anyway, we have an 11 chip EV. This is still not high enough. This isn't good enough. It's not where we want to be, but it's heading in the right direction. And we've come a long way in a single session to try and win a couple more. And that is the name of the game. Chipping away, showing up, trying to keep it consistent or as consistent as possible, trying to keep the eye on the prize. And the closer we can get this ROI to 0 and above, the much better this game performs. Because like I said, part of the new format is getting tons of rewards. You're going to play a lot of poker, and PokerStars will reward you for that. We're currently only in silver chests. If I'm not mistaken, we have 3 more to unlock before we get to gold, and obviously that's a whole nother tier of rakeback, which means we get more for our chests overall. And, if we keep up at this pace, I think that's possible. The fact I'm going to Barcelona makes this a bit trickier because I won't be able to play online at all, but I do think when we return, there will be enough time for us to try and get back on the horse and finish up what's going there. And of course, guys, today is only Wednesday. We have Thursday and Friday before I fly to Amsterdam. So we're going to have more stream tomorrow and probably more stream on Friday as well, depending on how it goes. I do need to do this edit. I do need to get another update out because I meant to do that more frequently, but it's been really busy. But I'm hoping for another couple sessions like this where we can put some big numbers up and yeah, get going in the right direction. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. One more session like that. Yeah, we're flying. We're good. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're trying to get to a chip EV of, 22 chips a game or something is going to be where the theoretical break-even point is. The actual dollars are going to fluctuate based on how we run. But overall, if we can get close to that number and slightly above it, we are now playing a very high variance game at break even or plus EV, and we have all the benefit of the bonuses as well. I guess before we clock off, let's take a look at some marked hands. We've got one marked from yesterday. Let's just go through all these really quick. Min raise call. This seems pretty straightforward. Actually, before we do this, guys, give me 1 sec. Let me close stars. So what we were just looking at is fine for us to review, but I'm going to make reference to the Nick Walsh TV chart pack now, which of course is not for use while PokerStars is open, so we want to be extra careful. So we're going to close up stars. That is all now closed. Anything that we view from this point on, we can use openly because we're studying and we're not using it while we're actively playing. That's important. So let's get across to review. And let's open up the chart pack for the first time. Here we go. So this is the Nick Walsh TV chart pack. If you guys want to learn how to be better at spinning goes, this is all of your pre-flop GTO covered. And let's take a look at how this looks. So we're looking at basically a min-raise call first hand of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, everyone starts with 15 big blinds. So this one is pretty straightforward. Three-way, we're looking at button. We've min-raised Jack 10 suited, which of course is definitely a min-raise. And the small blind has 3-bet all in. We're looking at when the big blind folds, and we're looking at 15. Jack 10 suited. Wait a second. What's happened here? Okay, let's go back from the start. Actually, there's a chance. Is Jack 10 suited just a jam at 15? One sec, guys. I see what I did there. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. All right, cool. So we're looking at images, three-way on the button at 15. It's 15 just pushing. That's why. Yeah. So actually, here you go. This is a point of learning. 15 big blinds effective. First hand of the spin and go. This is our range if we're on the button. So Jack 10 suited, Queen 10 suited is 100% push. These are the spots that I probably am missing. I would say we've discussed this before, but theoretically, I would say that against population, we want to play these as a min raise more often because they're very, very high equity when played in position. However, we can also assume from this, if we are going to play it as a min raise, we're calling it off 100%, even though technically GTO doesn't have it in range. It's just going to have enough equity to call. That's pretty straightforward, covered. And that one can get unmarked. So ace deuce, we are facing an all-in, or sorry, a steal for 2.5 bigs. We're starting the hand at 14 big blinds effective. We shove ace deuce, pretty straightforward stuff. Again, back to the chart pack, we're looking at three-way. We're in the big blind facing an open raise from the small blind, and we were looking at 14, right? 14 was the effective stack depth. All right, 14 big blinds. Yep, all of our offsuit aces are just a pure jam. Dead simple, but it's important that we double check, so we're keeping our eye on the prize. And we're improving in these spots because these little things are going to make a big difference when we're playing 5,000 games, right, for the challenge. All right, so 9-6 suited. I think we just shoved here for 8.5 big blinds. I think this is pretty straightforward from a GTO perspective, but let's take a look. Did I close it already? Close it again. This time we're looking at heads up. So images, heads up in the small blind, and we're looking at 8 big blinds effective. 9-6 suited, 100% push. And if we go up, because it was 8.5, 9-6 suited, 100% push. So this is 9 big blinds effective heads up. First act, small blind. And this is 8 big blinds heads up push. Boom, easy game. Unmark, genius, ticked it off. Thank you for the link, Zintex. Zintex actually sent me a nice message about these charts as he heads to Barcelona as well. Speaking of which, Zintex, did I ever send you the updated version? Did I ever send you the advanced version? I think we were going to do that for... Just going to help you out with that. Anyway, we shoved Queen 7 for 7-ish big blinds, 6.5. That should be dead simple as well. But again, I'm just... These are the spots I think when we were running bad where I'm just going, like, am I just completely like messing this up? Small blind, and we're looking at 7. Queen 7 offsuit, 100% push. And at 8, 100% push. So confirm GTO, good stuff. All right, so there you go. That was all the hands we had marked. So I guess that is where we leave it. So guys, winning some cash, heading in the right direction, getting closer to break even in dollars, but also getting closer to break even in Chippy V. Couple more sessions like this, guys, would be huge for the confidence and the morale. And look, we're slowly tightening the screws as well. Want to keep up that study while we're away. Make sure that when we return, we're even tighter than we were before. And it would probably help me to play a couple of these sessions at more random times when I'm not streaming as well. Would be slightly less reg heavy than the middle of the day on a Wednesday. But there you go. I'm going to clock off for now, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. and wish me luck in the future of this challenge. Swain says, could you say something about your trade use limp, very shallow 304 big? So again, Mr. Swain, that was against that guy who was not ISOing whatsoever. So we're trying to play 100% of our range in that spot. In fact, there were several situations that were a jam, like you mentioned, like the ace deuce limp at 3 big blinds, for example. That was the same guy that I was limping with the trade use of hearts as well. Not part of the range. It can be if you're playing against the right opponent, and that's where you're going to find additional edge. That guy gave us the game, basically, and he allowed us to be in too many pots in position and take it off him. But that's why we adjusted specifically there. All right, love you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Spin Go action. We need to put in some more volume if we want to get through it. We still have a lot of games to play. So 1,071 games played. We're trying to get to 5K. Let's do another session tomorrow and put up some more numbers. And let's get this thing on the road. Love you all very much. Clocking off for now. Have a good evening. Good luck at the tables. Bye.